Welcome to What's Going On with Lady D today. I am your host here at KAZ Network. And today I have Mr. Mike Berry in our studios, gracing us with his wonderful presence.
Oh, man, I got a wonderful presence.
You got wonderful vibes, okay?
Thanks, yeah.
You're you're a producer, you're a book author, you're a fitness coach, you're a motivation speaker. What is it that you don't do, Mike?
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I would like for you to start off by telling our audience. I know everybody in Cleveland know Mike Berry. If you don't, shame on you. You're finna find out today. Mike, tell us all about you. Just a little something.
Well, as you
There's
said,
a lot of something.
well, I advocate for mental health. I'm real big on that. I'm a producer. I've directed 10 movies, written and produced 7. A lot of people know me from fitness. I came up with, DeForest Hart, Cater to You, and Phil Wheaton, Naturally Gifted. And, I'm just in the entertainment. I'm a creative.
Yes, you are. I mean, I remember you guys when I was coming over to Cater to You. And as we were just saying before the show started, how DeForest and Philly Wheaton, and there was a few others.
Juan.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were in there. These young men were in there. They were powerful. And they were all working on something. And they had a goal. Y'all had a vision.
Yeah.
So you seem to put your vision in action. Tell us a little bit about the vision that you had working then.
I've always been a creative. I come from music. A lot of people don't know. Back in the day, I had a couple top 100 albums. I toured with MTV. So I've always been a creative. I've been a wordsmith.
Okay.
And, it started with rapping, but then that went on to I published a book.
Okay.
That book was an Amazon bestseller for a time, and then that segued into writing scripts. And we know where that went. That was my calling, I think, was when I stumbled onto script writing, screenwriting, and producing and directing films. So,
what was the name of the book?
The Dangerous Times. You can still get it on Amazon on like the Kindle version.
Really?
The Dangerous Times I'm telling you, it's a crazy book. Great story.
Give us just a little bit, quick overview of Dangerous Times.
Well, the premise of Dangerous Times is when a young man turns 13, he a lot of times steps off the porch, as they say. Mm-hmm. Dad ain't so cool. Mom ain't so cool. The neighborhood is cool. The thugs, the drugs. Usually when he turns around 25, 26, you was right, Mom. Might have went to prison. You know what I mean? So that time between, say, 13, 27 is a dangerous time. So that's the premise of the book.
Wow. That's an excellent book. A lot of our youth need to read that book.
Oh, yeah, they do.
To prevent them from having dangerous times.
And it's crazy because I told the book, it's a fictional story, but I've been in the street longer than 15 minutes. So, I come from the inner city. I've been to prison. I did the robberies. I did the drugs. I did the home invasions. I was not always this Mike.
Okay.
And so, and that's another part of the story. So that book was so authentic that I used to get letters from people in prison as far away as San Quentin.
Really?
Like, man, this book, I remember a detective from Toledo was like, man, you're going to get investigated. This just seems too real. I was like, it's a fictional story, but I can tell it in a way, because I was there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I stepped off the porch. Yeah, when I was 14, I was out. I was out.
So what changed you?
What changed me is, I'm going to touch on this without going all into it because this is a story I'm going to tell one day.
Okay.
I come from, my mother was a survivor. My mother pulled herself up, 8th grade education, from the projects of Cleveland to Cleveland Heights. So you get what you get,
right.
just, so I didn't have to be in the street. I wasn't missing a meal, but all my inner city friends was migrating out to here.
Okay.
And we just had that inner city in us. And so, as I told you, I ended up in prison. What changed me was I got to prison for doing a kidnapping and home invasion.
Okay.
I did a home invasion and kidnapped 4 people. Which, without getting into that story, because again, that's a story I'm gonna tell to the world one day.
Okay.
A sequence of some things were about to happen. I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
But a sequence of events occurred that stopped that. I went to prison for 7 years. God in the universe not only spared these people, because trust me, he did. He spared me. And it's funny because years later, 2 of the men who were there forgave me. And so the turn was, you just had to be there. It was almost out of a movie. You know what I mean? And for them to forgive me,
yeah,
it just makes me want to keep going. Not like they want it's my way of saying you was right in forgiving me. Society was right in forgiving me, giving me a second chance.
Second chance.
We know
yes.
God in the universe gonna do that.
Yes.
We get that part.
Yes, yes.
But it's so many times people be like, just throw them away because, you know, the things that I was doing is easily for somebody to be like, oh, he can't be on the street no more. And a lot of people just wouldn't even understand the headspace I was in at that time versus where I'm at right now. And so I do the things that I do so people can be like, man, people can change because Mike sure did.
And that's a very powerful statement. And people need to realize that what you was don't mean that's who you have to become.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yep.
And giving second chances, we all need that because none of us is perfect.
Nope.
And we learn by our mistakes.
Yep.
And I always say, Ross, life is like rock teacher. Yep. You know, if you don't get the right hand, then you stay right there at that step.
That's right.
And if you get the right one, then you get to move up.
Yeah. But I think it was also important to me to show me that the things I didn't think I was capable of, but showed I was,
right,
was not definitive of who I am as a person. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't know what that was.
Right.
But that wasn't, and so I got to show me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not like I'm on my back about it. But Mike, this is what you always been. This is what the teachers told you in the 3rd grade, 2nd grade. You different. You know how you tell kids that? I heard that my whole life.
Okay.
And so I've been trying to not trip, not be pushed, not stumble, but walk into my purpose on purpose. You know what I mean? And this is what I had to do once I came from prison. Like, you know, your teachers and these people say, Mike, man, you different. I had to accept that and walk with that because I rejected that for a long time.
And what exactly did they mean or emphasis by you're different?
I always been like a leader. I always been it's funny because somebody might be listening, I was in prison. I just remember these stories and I'm in here with some savages. Okay. Now by this time I'm making the turn, I'm reading, and I remember like whenever a question would come up, they would say, ask Mike. It was just the craziest thing. Like, he know.
He know,
ask Mike.
Right.
Mike, is the sky blue? No, it's gray. I told you. I knew it was gray. No. But like stuff like that and like, just a responsibility. And I'm no Martin Luther King, but I'm going to just take Martin Luther King. Do you know the responsibility he had to understand, or Gandhi or Malcolm or Barack Obama? So on a lower level, I had to one day be like, Mike, this is what it is. This is what the universe, this is what it is. That night on December 6th, 1990,
yes,
was the most definitive because one thing don't happen, I'm in a quadruple homicide. One thing, the strangest of all things. And I'd be like, dang, God, good looking out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
right.
They might be saying that. I'm sure.
Right.
But thank you for this 7 years. I greatly appreciate that.
Yes. Because see, that just goes to show you that I would say the term of there's really no bad.
No.
Because there's good in everything.
Yeah.
You just have to seek
Yeah.
and understand and find and search it.
Yeah.
Because a bad thing that people are programmed of saying, there's a message there for that individual.
Yeah. I can testify to it. Like, I'm just so thankful for prison.
Right. Well, that's a good thing, and I'm glad to hear you say that.
It changed my life.
It changed your life. Now, speaking of changing your life, you've also you're a producer. You write movies. You make movies. Tell me, how did the pandemic affect you in your process?
I'm a homebody by nature. You know, I'm a couch potato TV watcher. So I didn't really feel like that.
It didn't affect your work?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You know, because I love being at home. You know, I like watching TV. I'll binge watch 30 hours, 40 hours. Like, you know, so I didn't feel that. Maybe I felt claustrophobic. I ain't gonna say claustrophobic. Maybe I felt boxed in only because I couldn't go outside if I wanted to.
Okay.
But if I could, I wouldn't have.
Okay.
I would have been watching TV, writing scripts on my computer in my little video room or whatever.
Okay.
So it was a nice break for me. I was like, I'm just gonna chill at home, you know.
Well, let's talk about the film industry. Oh man. Because that you are in. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Tell our audience a little bit. Give us some of the do's and the don'ts.
Well, we're gonna say filmmaking because that's what I do.
Filmmaking, okay.
You know. So any aspiring filmmaker, make movies that are important to you. Don't ride the wave, be the ocean. You know, a lot of times people try to chase these trends, and I don't want to do that. Because if I fail, I want to know I failed with the movie I wanted to make. And if I win, I won with the movie I wanted to make. But I know a lot of filmmakers, they don't do that. They be like, I want to do this. And I'm not just saying a passion project. So it's because it got to be a business sense to the movie you're making. You know what I'm saying? It has to be, but make the move, tell the stories you want to tell. So
would you say that's your message that you're sending out
when
you do your movies?
Yeah, do things you passionate about. That's in life in general, but in movies too. Okay. Why write a story you're not passionate about?
Right. Why play the role?
Why do it? You're not even passionate about it. Like I didn't chase checks. I don't chase checks no more.
Okay.
You know, anymore. I want to do things that I'm passionate about. Tell stories that I'm passionate about. You know.
I always say, don't be a paper chaser. Don't be a money chaser.
I tried that.
Let the money come find you. Yeah. Okay, if you're good at what you're doing, it will.
Yeah, the money gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Money is a byproduct of the hustle. You ain't gotta chase it.
So tell me, what do you look for when you are putting your scripts together?
Usually my scripts just come to me like a thought. It just come to me. Usually the title comes first.
Okay.
I need that good title.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like Grace and Mercy, when I did that came before anything.
Let's talk about Grace and Mercy.
Yeah.
Tell us about Grace and Mercy. That's going to be showing August 27th.
August 27th, incredible movie. Grace and Mercy is the story of Grace Lawrence, who is a corporate beast, but no time for family, friends, relationships. And I'm not giving nothing away because she dies, ends up in purgatory, has 7 days to learn the life's lessons she didn't learn on the other side before she gets to talk to the most merciful.
Okay.
But the problem, the tension is the conflict. Satan has snuck into purgatory, and he is her type.
Oh my!
So he's trying to get her to sign her soul over using free will. Everybody knows who he is.
Okay.
But they can't tell her. She has to, her free will has to figure that out. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like it's a little comedic, but the whole movie is about free will. It's a powerful movie about free will. Told comedy, it doesn't hit you over the head with religion, but you truly know religion is in here.
Is in there.
Yeah.
And how big does religion play a part in your life?
I'm a very spiritual guy. Like I'm it's like I have a scientific nature.
Okay.
So it's a lot of things with religion that I'm not conventional thinking with, but I'm so spiritual. I know it's something. I can't explain what it is, but it's a something. And I know at the end of the day, the rules, morals, and things, just say of the Bible, I don't care who wrote it, why they wrote it,
Right.
they what they are. They ring true. Okay, I can't get around that. You know what I mean? But I don't like to get caught up in some of the particulars of, whether it was Big Bang, creation. I don't really do that. I just know that some energy. That's why I always reference, and not to offend people, God and the universe.
Me too.
Because to me they the same. We just calling it something different.
Right.
But I'm obedient to the message that God or the universe is sending. Mm-hmm. You can't get around it. I just, you know what I mean? I can't get around it. So I'm just real spiritual in that realm. So my spirituality definitely plays a large part in everything I do, because we can't get around that. That's no science.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, It is what it is.
It is.
It's kind of the thing that, you call I call my daughter, I ain't talked to her in 3 weeks, but I gotta call her. And then you be like, yeah, I just found out I got cancer. It's something, that's a spiritual thing.
Yes.
That put, we on the frequency, you know what I mean? So yeah, that plays a big part of my life. Yeah.
It's like following your first mind. It never leaves you wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Now you've made several movies.
Yep.
And how many people do you have working up under you, far as Grace and Mercy?
Depends on the budget, but typically maybe about, you mean like crew?
Yes.
It could be anywhere from, on average, I'm gonna say probably about 8 to 20.
Okay.
Depending on the budget.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna say 10. Say 10 to 20, depending on the budget.
Tell me this here. So, is there a limit of how many people should be that's going to make a good movie, a good crew? What do you look for in your crew?
Well, your crew, you got 3 elements of the crew: lighting, sound, picture.
Okay.
Cameraman and his assistant, maybe another assistant for the cameraman. Sound guy, maybe he has an assistant. Maybe 3 people on the lighting crew. So that's 8 that we gotta have.
Okay.
Then it's PAs, personal assistants, it's production assistants, it's craft services, is these other below the line, that's what they call them, below the line positions that, script supervisors, somebody making sure they're saying the right words. Because believe it or not, I could be so enthralled with the acting, what they saying, I'm taking it, I wrote that.
Right.
And then somebody be like, that's not what the script say.
Okay.
And you give them a little leeway, but you know what I mean? Then you got your hair and makeup, you got wardrobe, you got set design, art decorator. So it could be 12, 15 people.
So this can be very expensive.
Yeah, it could be. It could
Where do you
be.
get your funding? If
Well,
you don't mind me asking. How easy it for someone who wanted to get into this for them to be able to do what you do?
Well, what helped me early on is I'm a creative. So I taught myself how to do everything. So my early movies, I was the cameraman, the director, the lighting guy. I did all of that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know no better.
Okay.
Now it seems impossible to do that.
Really?
But I did it like Philly's movie. I was the cameraman. I put the lights up, edited it, colored it, did the sound, did the score. I did everything. I'm like, what? So that saved a lot of money, but it's just not practical.
Right.
So if you got money, you're going to pay a crew, because it's a cameraman. He a beast. This what he do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lighting guy. I'm okay with it, but this what he do. He can do this lighting in here, and you'll be like, dang, we look totally different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lighting is very important.
Yeah, lighting is everything.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this here. If you had to, and this is just to be a little funny here, so if you had to compare yourself to an animal, describe what animal would you be best?
Huh.
Because you're just such a...
I got to put myself in the cat family.
You're a cat?
I'm agile.
Uh-huh.
I'm powerful. I'm fast. I'm decisive. But the thing, like I'm gonna say a lion, and the reason is it's because the lion is the king of the jungle, not because he fast, powerful, and all that. Do you know why he's the king of the jungle? Because the other animals believe he's the king of the jungle.
Yeah, they follow him.
And so when I'm down, because I deal with mental health and all that, people still gonna say, you that guy.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
And so, yeah, that I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say yeah, I'm a lion.
And I also know, let's talk about State of Mind. I know it's now on Tubi TV.
Tubi. It's back on Amazon too.
It's back on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, tell our audience a little bit about the State of Mind.
All right, but first, watch it on Tubi, y'all, because I don't make no money on Amazon. Okay.
Okay.
So watch it on Tubi.
Watch it on Tubi. You got that?
Amazon don't want to pay no money, but State of Mind is probably my most important movie. It's about mental health. In case people don't know, I've been dealing with depression 25 years and this morning. And I just wanted to make a movie that told mental health in a cool way. It's not really about a guy dealing with depression. More so, it's about how everybody around him sees his depression.
Okay.
His mother, religious, pray it out. His cousin's a thug it out. His girlfriend, don't understand it. Because that's what I went through. You know, you could tell somebody how you feel, and they try to tell you how you feel about how you feel. I just told you what I'm going through.
Right.
You telling me something, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to make a movie that spoke to that, man. That's an incredible conversation piece.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you have a book?
Yeah, The Dangerous Times.
Okay. And also, I noticed that the movie came in first place in the Indie Gathering Film Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, that's huge. I mean, we've been in a few film festivals. Man, it's always good to just have your work recognized. But more importantly, I want people to see it. I want the whole world to see State of Mind. I was in talks with BET, but it came out in the middle of the pandemic. And guess what they told me the problem was?
No.
It was too depressing.
Huh.
State of Mind came out right in the middle of the pandemic, and everybody, Oprah, everybody liked it, but they was like, it's not a repeatable movie. In the middle of the pandemic, they wanted repeatable movies that you will watch over and over. There's like nobody taking this journey. It's too tough on the human spirit, which I get it, but that's, but you know, and I knew it had to be true because everybody said it. Netflix said it. They all said it, like, great movie, but not right now.
Wow.
Middle of this pandemic, don't nobody want to talk about no mental health.
So everything has a time and a place.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed, I was reading something the other day, and I know they have launched July 16th. The Black youth are developing higher rates in depression. Started in 2020. And they've came out with a new line, a mental health price line.
988?
Yeah, 988.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on that?
You know, I think that's good, but that phone number means nothing if you're not going to dial it. They wasn't dialing the 276. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't, you got to dial these numbers. If you're dealing with something, you cannot heal what you don't reveal.
Okay.
You can't. It can't be done.
Right.
You cannot outthink your brain. It's like sticking your head underwater and saying inhale. You can't outthink your brain.
No, because that brain keeps going.
It keeps going. And so I tell people, get on. If you can prove to yourself that you got the courage to dial that number, you halfway there.
Okay. What are some of the signs? Because everybody, you know, we're going and coming and living life and doing this and that. And, you know, someone in your family may be just going through something and you just look right past it until it goes full bloom. What are some of the signs that one should look for?
When people a lot of times they don't find joy in things they used to find joy in, sad all the time, recluse, don't want to, get out the house, very irritable, very emotional, and I would say, like, to somebody who's wondering if they're dealing with it, this is the way I say. If you lose your job, you can't pay your basic bills, you're going to be depressed. I get it. You go through a divorce or a bad breakup or something like that, you depressed. I get it. You got two wooden nickels to rub together. You feeling depressed, I get it. But if you got plenty money, nice house, nice car, chubby bank account, and you still feel sad for no reason, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Right.
Something wrong. Your girl loving on you, and you still not moody, sad, grieving sad. Something's wrong. And that's not going to go away. You're not going to just positive it away. It just doesn't work that way. You know, people, whoever I'm talking to, you know what I mean when I say grieving sad. Like you broke up with it's in your heart.
It's in there. Can't
yeah,
it's stuck.
It's stuck. And it's this sadness that it's like a dimmer. It dims down, dims up, but it ain't no light switch. You can't turn it off. No matter how hard you try, you can't turn it off. You can dim it down on a good day, but on a bad day, it's turned. You see what I'm saying? When you feel that, you got to get on top of it.
So I wanted to let you tell our audience again about the new movie, when it's coming out, because I know you've already sold out.
Sold out.
You sell out on everything.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all, so y'all know, I'm gonna put it in the Urban Film Festival in September, so you can check it out in the Urban Film Festival.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch the clip. We're going to just give you a little bit of the clip.
Grace and Mercy.
You want to take me out to eat somewhere where the menu's filled with 2 for $20s and cheap beer.
Actually, no.
Not interested.
You're not even.
Not interested.
Girl, we are gonna find you a good man. He's not willing.
Sorry, but Grace willing. God's got nothing to do with it.
Grace Lawrence, can you hear me?
Let me get this straight. I'm really dead?
Sort of.
What does that mean?
This is the place where your soul is prepared to enter heaven.
I forgot the Lawson vow. God damn it. Why are you all staring at me?
So what happens next is you meet with the most merciful and you get to ask him a question.
Well, that's easy. Why me?
We have finally found a back door that leads into purgatory. Our 666 soul must come from there.
I'm Lou, Lucifer Relly.
By the way, I'm Joe.
Grace.
Hey, that kind of looks like my grandma. That's not your grandma. That's the enemy, you idiot. Just give me a call and we'll get together.
I will.
This movie here is going to be very exciting. I can't wait to come and see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I know that also you were in a new magazine here called Cold Magazine, the July issue.
Oh, yeah, I was.
I saw that, yes.
With a suit on and everything.
Yeah, you are dressed up.
Yeah, I know, right?
But Mike, I know you always have a quote, and I like it. It says, to lead a crowd, you must.
Stand out in one.
You must stand out in one. And I think that's what you're doing today.
I appreciate it.
Yes, and we want to just thank you all for tuning in with Cleveland's own finest Mike Berry. Please go and check out Grace and Mercy when it hit the studios. And I am Lady D, your host with What's Going On with Lady D Today. If you want to be a guest on my show, call 216-571-2235. Again, 216-571-2235. Love to have you. Thank you.